What's up, Patrick? I'm going to turn this thing real quick. And then as soon as people show up, I'll start doing things. I'm making another bar end. How to make one more for the one I broke. Hey, Ty. Okay. Hey, Gary, how you doing, buddy? Okay. A little bit more. Cool. Just doing a quick bar end, and then I'll get to turning a bowl. I figured I'd knock this out while everybody showed up. All right. Where the fuck is my Allen wrench? I always do that to myself. I just use it too to tighten it down. Oh, I see it. I set it down. Classic ADD Braxton. Ooh, look, a squirrel. Set it down. Get all about it. Okay. Set the outside. Should be just about when it gets round. Still a little bit of a flat spot. Let's see how. Oh, I can take it down a little ways too. What? Huh? Yeah. What do you need? Oh, yeah, the switch is out here. There's a Fortnite event, so we're looking for the switch we got left in the garage. Can't miss it. Close. One little flat spot, but we're almost there. Call that one good. Know where my Allen wrench is this time. I'm going to just scoot it forward a little bit so I can clean up right close to those jaws. Make sure it's still spinning true. Let me do my. I'm gonna run that scraper across the front. It's a little got some tear out. I don't know if you guys can see it. Yeah, there you go. Got some tear out on there. So I'll take the little teardrop scraper. I just sharpened it too. So put a nice little burr on there and it'll clean it up perfect. A little bit more. Too much overhang. It's a small tool, so we're getting some jiggling. Much better. Then the last step is drill it for the big bolt, or the bolt head of the bolt, the big hole in the head of the bolt. And then I'll get rolling on a bowl that I'm turning tonight. I'm going to make a yarn bowl. Let me get my light off of there. So I got a USB to Ethernet cable connection for my little Chromebook here because I've been having issues with it disconnecting, which I thought it was my internet, but it turns out that it was the Chromebook that was having the problems. So it just kept randomly disconnecting from my network. It's super old. I think I got it in about 2016, and it was Black Friday special for like $100, I think. And it's lasted really well. Let's see if I can get it to focus. There we go. Yes, I'm going to make a yarn bowl, like with the hole in the side of it with the little carving where you put the yarn in there, Ted. Good to see you too, Ted. Thanks for watching. That'll do it. I don't have a, let's see. Yeah, that'll be fine. I forgot to bring a bolt over, but cool. That was the last one to complete a set. So now I can laser engrave them and ship them. Here's one. Oh, yeah, I got the laser engraving done on a couple of them, but now I can ship them out. But let me switch the camera. Actually, you can watch me take my chuck off real quick. And I'll put the big chuck on, and I'll switch the camera. See what's going on out there in the chat. Say hello to everybody. Going to keep the big jaws on the Vic Mark tonight for this one. It's not a very big bowl. It'll be probably around 9.5 inches in diameter when we're done. Kind of deep. But I want it to have a really nice big foot on the bottom of it since it's going to be a yarn bowl. So I'll make it a little heavy at the bottom so it'll kind of be stable. So when you yank on the yarn, it's not going to, want to roll around. And then I think what I'm going to do is drill the hole. I'm going to rough it to round, then drill the hole, and then put the shape on it, rather than drilling the hole after the fact, which is what I've done before. We'll see. I thought it might be a good way to do it. Then obviously I'll still have to carve it when I get the, after the hole's drilled, after everything's turned. But so, what do we got going on out here tonight? 10 people watching. Hey, it didn't take me too long to turn that top either, so that's not bad. Patrick is out there. Gary, Ty, Jason Geyser's out there. How you doing, buddy? Joseph, how do you say your last name, Joseph? I don't want to. Munch, like German, Munch. Ted Alexander, Sterling, heck yeah. Got a good crowd out there. So yeah, we're turning the Mesquite Yarn Bowl. The wood's fairly green, not super green. It'll be good. We're just going green to finish on it. I'm not too worried about it moving or warping or cracking. It's nice, stable stuff. I am gonna, let's see, I'm gonna crack the first one open of the night. Oh, first time turning in. Todd Ransom, welcome. Welcome to my channel. I would encourage you to subscribe while you're here. I've been doing these live shows, fairly regularly. Tonight I'm turning the yarn bowl. Just cracking open the first beverage of the evening. Little mango, sparkling water. You're in for a great night. Oh, Sterling. Maybe we'll see what you're doing later on this evening, Sterling. Shouldn't take too long to turn this. I don't know if anybody has any interest in watching me carve the part out, because that's not going to be very fun, and you probably won't be able to see anything. But at the very least, I figured I'll have you here while I turn the bowl. I'm going to start it on the screw chuck. Speaking of which, I need to go get my wax for the threads. So 1 second. All right. That I already marked the center and drilled the hole in the piece. Let me switch the cameras here. I don't want to get you too close in the line of fire. That would probably be good. What do you think? Does that look all right? Hey, Jonathan Ledford's out there. How you doing, bud? Toll House Jack. Good evening. First time tuning in live. Well, welcome. I would. I was going to ask Todd Ransom the same question. How did you find out about it? Did you see it in one of the Facebook groups that I posted it in, or had you already been a subscriber and just noticed that I was live? Just interested in how you came about watching tonight. But thank you very much. If you're not already subscribed, I would encourage you to do so. Oh, Jason, you've been playing with hollow forms, huh? So I've been playing with making hollow forms. My air compressor died though. Okay, so what you do is get a straw, like a regular straw. You blow in it, but just don't blow in the short end, blow in the long end. That was a little tip from Doug Snyder. He said he watched a class do, they were doing something, and somebody blew in the short end, and it just blew them all in their face. So you have to blow in the long end and put the angles in just of a straw, and that'll get you through and at least get you turning them. Oh, Zach. Cool. Zach's a good friend of mine. Yeah. Zach's awesome. He is actually the one who got me into YouTube. My very first YouTube video was there's Chris Hurst too. My very first YouTube video was for a challenge that he and Kyle Toth put out. Chris said, "Hey Braxton, I've been subscribed for some time now. Believe I've watched your walkthrough and doing some maintenance on the Harbor Freight lathe." Yeah, I definitely did a video on that. Saw this live and popped in. Cool. Well, I'm happy to have you. I'm just about ready to get going. Yeah, Jason, I thought that straw idea was really good too. So, but remember, just blow in the long end, not the short end. Okay, I'm going to get this screwed on here. Should be a pretty good bowl. I haven't made a yarn bowl in a little while. So, and I've been using my little saber-tooth burr to carve feet on the bottom of bowls. So I got a little more practice with it. So I think this one will probably come out pretty good. I have an idea of, where I want to position the hole and how I want the little, whatchamacallit to go, the yarn channel, if you will. Put the tailstock up. Don't need it quite so close though. There we go. Yeah, so I'm going to get to roughing it out. Probably start down at the bottom, taking some draw cuts, flattening off that so I can figure out where my tenon's going to go. And then I'm going to start rounding it over. We're fairly flat on the bottom, which is surprising because I cut this one myself with a chainsaw at Ty's house. But yeah, so I'm surprised it's good on the bottom. Are you guys good with that view? I don't know if I can get you too much closer. I'm going to put my light on the top, which doesn't seem to blow you guys out. We might have found a perfect camera setup here. This is Ask Ty. I think it's Anchor Seal. It would just happen to be blue. This is whatever he let me use. Thanks, Pat. This is one that came from my friend Billy's mom's house. I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is one from her house. Either that or over my back wall. Hey, Leldon's out there. All right, let's get rolling. We got 18 people. They came to see some wood shavings flying. Quick drink before we get started. Here we go. I won't go too quick. It's looking pretty good. Check it on the screw chuck so I can pull the tailstock away, clean up that center, and then I'll mark it where I'm going to put my tenon at. Okay. So we're at 4 5/8. If I can get my tape measure to cooperate. So 2 5/16. That'll be a kind of a big tenon for a bowl this size. It doesn't necessarily have to be this big, but like I mentioned, I want it to be kind of heavy at the bottom and have a big stable base, so as somebody's pulling on the yarn, it doesn't want to tip the bowl over. Switch to my parting tool. Tailstock back up. Next, I'll switch to my detail gouge, and I'll clean up the point, or clean up the top. Okay. That way we'll have a nice flat face for the jaws to rest against. Now I am going to start taking some of this away. So I'm going to reposition my tool rest, kind of come at it at an angle, and lop away these sides until I can start taking some good cuts and forming my shape. change tool rests again. Move it up. Okay, just about there. Good enough to where I can start coming in from down here and working my shape. I want it to have sort of a closed form to it, so it'll sweep in at the top. And that way it'll kind of keep the yarn ball sort of encapsulated inside of it. At least that's my thinking. I'm no yarn bowl expert. I just had one. Somebody commissioned one, so I said, yep, let's do it. I've turned, let's see, I think only one before. Yeah, so this will be the second one. Coming along so far, though. Practicing my push cuts. Come in from this side, work my way back a little bit, take off this corner. Want to flatten it off some so I can kind of see where the top's going to be. Here, let me move you not really. I'm kind of working more on the top. There. There. That's closer to what I'm looking for. You can see I've got a high spot right there. So I'm going to ease that out. And then back in here needs a little attention as well. Yeah, not too bad. Just doing a shear scrape. Trying to clean up some of the high spots. Right there, another line right there where I ended my push cut. But I'll be able to blend them in. Okay, let me work around the top now, and I'll bring out the teardrop scraper, clean it up, and start sanding. I'm always keeping my eye on the profile. I'll run my fingers on it. They're much more, perceptive sometimes than your eye. You can pick up on where there's a lump or a bump. Yeah, I think I'm pretty well happy with that shape. What do you guys think? Looking good? Still, let's see if I can find you some little bit of tear out right there. We had a piece chip out, but I'm thinking that's where I can start my yarn hole or my yarn slot. But yeah, not bad for right off the tool. Let me hit it with the teardrop scraper, and then I'll take a quick break. We'll jump out to the chat, see what people got going on. There we go. I always like to take kind of a practice cut and make sure. Reposition the tool rest. Reposition the tool rest once more, and then I'm going to turn my teardrop scraper a little bit, flip it around to the other side so that I can scrape coming back this way. Cool. A little bit more right in the middle. Right around that corner, it was having some trouble, it looks like. Yeah. That'll sand out. All right. 20 people out there. Awesome. Let me switch back the old camera here. Head out to the chat. Looks like you guys have been going crazy out there. Let's see what we got. Got to scroll back up a little bit. Oh, dang. You guys have been talking a bunch. Yep. Ty mentioned it was Anchor Seal. That's what I thought it was. Driveway Workshop is out there. How you doing, Jim? Alex, what's up, Vato? I change tools every 100 revolutions. If you got it, flaunt it, Jim. That's what I say. What do I got all these fancy tools if I can't use them? Heck yeah. Oh, turn your lathe up this fast and walk out the garage too. I'm lucky. This nice and heavy, so. Heck yeah. Dang. All kinds of stuff. Let's see. Toll House Jack says he's got a Jet 1236. Hopefully upgrading soon to a 18 to 20 inch. Yeah. What kind of thing what are you thinking about upgrading? Everybody's saying what they got. I must have missed who asked for what kind of lathe they got. Oh, here we go. Jason, as always, getting it rolling. Thank you, buddy. From Idaho on a Laguna 1836. Ted said, looks like a lot of yarn. Yeah, hopefully it will. I don't know, maybe big bowl full. Oh, yeah, it could be the camera making it look big too. That's true. Nice. Yeah, mine's a Grizzly. I like Grizzly a lot. My dream lathe would be a Vicmark, but I'd settle for a Powermatic. Or probably, let's see, a Weave Mac. Probably not lots of people have heard of that one, but I got to turn on one. It was like the first real lathe that I ever turned on when I started going to Jimmy Clue's house. Was a Weave Mac, and that thing was cool. I liked it a lot, so it was more maybe sentimental than anything. As it turns out, Jimmy ended up selling it, and I wanted to buy it, but I didn't have the money. So he sold it to some guy who lives right here in my town in Boulder City. So every time I see that guy at the grocery store, I ask him how my lathe's doing. So he's planting the seed, you know. When he's ready to get rid of it, I'll pick it up. Hey, what's up, Dave? Portal Woodworks out there. Hey, Rob Herod too. How you doing, Rob? Good to see you, buddy. Robust. I have never turned on a Robust. I know Carl Jacobson, he co-hosts a podcast with me. He loves Robust. I think he may be a rep for him too. But yeah, as far as I know, they're great. Made in America, which you can't beat that. So yeah, I think Robusts are pretty good. Let me get going on pulling some sandpaper here. This one's going to take a lot. No, not too much. I think I'll start about 180 how to do it. We're pretty good off that little teardrop scraper. There's some little bit of heavy tear out there. I might go to a 150 now that I'm looking at it and do kind of some spot sanding. But for the most part, 180 through 600. Get my piece of foam. I know I got some somewhere. There it is. Keep my hands from burning. So I got my sandpaper around the foam. Keep my hands from burning. Let me switch what we got going on. Alex got 3 lathes. My goodness. Oh, Montgomery Ward. Turn a lot on that one, do you? That would be cool to have. It's like one of the old ones with the 2 bars on the bottom of it. I think his old Craftsman like that. There we go. I think I must have moved you. Let me back it up a little. Well, you guys are going to be in for a treat here with the sanding. Oh, boy. Turn it down a little. Get in there and do a little bit of touch up where it needs it. Cool. There was our 150. Gotta flip the jack here. Had them all. I always stack them up, but I have them stacked up backwards. Slow it down just a little bit. Check for that tear out. Okay, reverse it. Head to the next grit. Oh, it's Chris Hurst. Thanks for watching. I'll do a new one pretty soon. Keep an eye out. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, looking good. Last one. Cool. Keep these in order here so I can still use them for the next one. Or for when I flip it around, that is. Yeah, that's looking good. Nice closed form shape to it. I just realized I left my walnut oil over there, so let me grab it and let me give you a swipe. You're covered with dust. All right, so I'm using Mahoney's walnut oil. Not a plug, I paid for it, but it is great stuff. But Mike, if you're watching, I'll take a 5-gallon drum of it. Soak up a paper towel. Ooh, I do love mesquite. Yeah, looking good. Cool. Let me flip this bad boy around and we'll start hollowing it out. Actually, no. We're going to drill the hole. I forgot about that. Thanks for reminding me. So I want to put the hole kind of somewhere in the middle. So in my mind, as it unspools, it'll make more sense to have it kind of in the middle rather than sort of up at the top or at the bottom. And then we've got this little nick and a crack started right there. So if I put it somewhere around here, then I can give myself a nice little curved yarn route. So let me get I've got a Forstner bit. I was going to go with a 1-inch hole. Guessing that's too big. Should I go smaller, maybe 3/4? Let me go grab my drill, and I'll grab the other Forstner bit as well. But yeah, I was thinking 3/4, or I mean 1 inch, but I could go 3/4. There it is. Or we can split the difference and go 7/8 because I just found my 7/8 Forstner bit too. So quickly, what do you think? It's a one-time shot. I guess the bigger, maybe they want to use chunkier yarn. So maybe I'm going to go 1 inch. Okay. See if I can do this in a way that you guys can see it. I'm going to lock the spindle. Turn the power off on my lathe. I'm going to lock the spindle so it doesn't want to roll on me. Let's move it one more. I don't even have to go too deep because I'm not going to make it really thick. So if I starts with the crack there and I kind of swoop it down, I want it to come in the top. Do a little swoop. We're going to call it about right there. Here goes nothing. There. So my thinking is, as I hollow it, I won't have to worry about the tear out that I would normally get. Hey, you familiar? Hey, it's chunky yarn. You laughing at me, Jason? It made me lose my train of thought here. Hey, I've knitted a few things in my day. I know the terminology, bud. chunky yarn. It's a thing. All right. Ask my wife. That's how I know. I like to knit beanies when it's cold out in the wintertime. Okay, let me pull this off. Ooh, I got a finger hole to pry on. Perfect. Yeah, I think 1 inch looks all right. Maybe a bit big, but bigger the better, I guess. I'm going to use a little pressure from my tailstock to make sure that the bottom of the bowl is seated nice and tight up against the face of the jaws. There. One more. I'll have to come back and check this. It's a little bit wet, like I mentioned, so I'll want to come back and check it again in a little bit and make sure the jaws haven't kind of sunk into the wood. I'll get us about right there. Let me switch cameras real quick. See what's going on out in the chat. Hey, Billy Bert's out there. How you doing, Billy? And Zig, how you doing, Zig? Thanks for joining us. Gary, I got to agree with you. Mesquite is beautiful stuff. So Jason would have gone 3/4 inch. Next time, I'll go 3/4. I don't think it looks too bad, though. I think it'll be all right with the 1 inch hole. I'm using a 3/8. All I have is like a 3/8 carving bit, so I'll still kind of have a little bit of a, it's not going to be too big in relation to the hole of the, the 1 inch hole. Adam Alterman says, he just stumbled across my feed. Your garage reminds me of mine from California, built in the late 50s. This place was built mid-60s, I think. But, yeah, no insulation. That's what I'm working on. I got insulation in the far wall so far. Need to do the ceiling in this one and then get myself an air conditioner, and I'll be all set. All right. Bill, you knitting some right now? I like to knit Scott. What's that? Scotch and water. That's a different kind of knitting, buddy. All right. I'm going to take my tailstock away. Have a drink of the bubbly. Let me switch the cameras, and we'll start hollowing it out. Hold on, Alex Scott. Some people yarn with multiple balls of yarn. So the one, oh yeah, maybe they have like different balls in the same hole pulling from the. There we go. Thanks, Alex. You always got my back, Vato. Okay, camera. Let's see. Just give it a test swing here. I can't move you too much further out. I think that's about, yeah, that ought to do it there. Otherwise, I'll start hitting it with my tool handle. I'm going to bring my light over. All right. Let me double check the tenon, make sure it hasn't loosened up. Nope, we're good. So I'm probably going to have to use one of my mate tools to get that undercut. I don't know that I'll be able to get it with a bowl gouge, which is going to be fine. I like using those. They're really nice. So let me start it with this. And then once I get kind of down into the ways, I may switch tools. We'll see how it goes. Oh, I got to remember, I turned it off. Safety first. I'm going to do a couple draw cuts to clean it up and establish, you know, the inward sweep of my, what will be my wall. So the rim. Yeah, the inward sweep of the rim. Those are the words I was trying to think of. Nip the corner just a bit. That can get sharp, so you always want to knock it off. Move my tool rest just a little bit. Got some shavings. Yeah, it's cutting real nice. Still green enough to where it's not heating up my tool a whole bunch. Yeah, coming along. Let's keep it going. So when I start, I always have my thumb on the back of the tool, and I begin with just the nose until I can get a bevel established or a little notch. And then I can, there we go, I'll open it up with the handle, kind of swing in. So as soon as you get a little notch with the nose of the tool that your bevel can ride against, then you can open up the flute. Kind of work your way in. Clear some of these shavings away. Reposition a bit. Getting close to the outside, so I want to start thinking about where exactly my wall, how thick my wall is going to be before I get too close. I think I've got maybe 1 or 2 more passes will get me down to right what I want my final thickness to be. Okay, we're getting there. Haven't quite uncovered the hole yet, but we're close. I'm going to taper in the rim real quick also, and then I'll take my final pass. There we go. So we got a nice inward taper. Kind of when you're holding the piece, it sort of just draws your thumbs in, makes you want to, feel it. And that'll, with that undercut too, it'll look nice. It'll hopefully keep that ball of yarn from bouncing around. I'm gonna, no, I'll take that away in a minute. Let's get our final thickness here, and then I may have to come back with the mate tool and kind of get that undercut a little better, because it's hard to get with the angle of this gouge. It's hard to get underneath that where I would need to be to start the cut and have my bevel facing inward. It's just a really hard cut to make. uncover the top part of the hole, which means we're on the right track. I'm going to thin it out just a little in through kind of this portion right here. Let's see if I can. That one was feeling good. I might be able to pick this cut up. I'm going to move the camera just a little bit just to see if I can. Let's see. Hold on. Bear with me real quick. Might not be the best view, but I may be able to get the. I can swing my tool around enough to pick up the cut, and then you'll be able to see exactly what I'm talking about, how far I have to come over to pick this thing up. I'm going to clear a little bit of that out of the middle. All right. Just get all those shavings out. Okay. I think I might have got it with that one. Yeah, that feels pretty good. I can pick it up a little further down. We'll clear some middle out too. Okay, there we go. I've got kind of limited time to work on this. You know, eventually it's going to start to move. So you want to get down to your final wall thickness about as quick as you can and then not come back. So I think this will be my last kind of big sweeping cut. And then I'll be able to bring you back in and we'll switch to my bottom finishing gouge. Okay. Yeah, that feels good. Right to the top of the hole. I'm going to call that good. I'm going to switch gouges to something with a little bit smaller heel on it. Probably be my 1/2-inch bowl gouge. Here we go again, Jim. Switching tools. I think that might have been 150 RPMs, though. Let's see. I'm going to still have to have you up a little bit so I can get the right angle. Actually, let me move my tool rest in, too. Let me check my... Make sure. Nope, we're good. Hasn't loosened up. pull out this one. We'll check it too. Yep, we're feeling good. Now we just gotta start heading back around the corner, as they say. Come back in, right like that, and clear some of that away. We should be good. Reposition, lower it just a touch. Getting a little bit of chatter there. Okay. I think I got enough cleared away from the bottom that I can start working this little curve. I got plenty of thickness in there as well. I've got it softened out there. Move this just a bit. big of a bite. Okay. We're pretty good on the thickness. It starts to thicken up, you know, close to the bottom, which is nice. It's still going to have plenty of weight at the bottom of it. All right. Move this again. Ideally, right now, I'd like to have probably a 5/8 bowl gouge, a little bit heavier, because I'm starting to get a little vibration. It's kind of hanging a little bit out over that tool rest. Yeah. Not bad, not bad. Let me clean this out, and then I'll show you kind of my cool little bowl bottom thickness gauge that I have. Reposition just a little. Almost there. Okay. Just about. A little bit, a little lumpy in there, but that's all right. I can take care of that. Let me pull you back a bit, and I'll show you that bowl bottom thickness gauge I was talking about. So it's super easy to make. I saw Sam Angelo, the Wyoming woodturner, had this on his channel. So this piece right here is as wide as the slot in my bedways, and it locks in here and slides. Oh, there it goes. Maybe it's a little humid right now. Had to shave it with my hand plane. There we go. So that rests firmly up against the headstock, and this is parallel with the end of this is parallel with the face of the jaws. So you've got a straight line from here to the face of the jaws. This next piece, this is even with the bottom of this. So when this touches the bottom of the bowl, the amount of wood, or the whatever the difference is right here, is exactly how much wood you have from the face of the bowl to the. So right now we're looking pretty good. We got a solid 3/4 of an inch. Let's see exactly. Hey, 3/4 of an inch. So yeah, it's a cool, kind of fun little jig. I don't use it too often, But like I was saying, I want to keep the bottom of this thing kind of chunky so it's heavy and has a little bit of weight to it, so it's not going to be wanting to roll around. So I thought I'd pull out my jig. I actually have this all filmed up. I just need to edit the video. I was going to do one for my channel as well. But like I mentioned, I saw it on Sam Angelo, the Wyoming wood turner. I saw that on his channel. And I thought, man, that is a cool little gadget that is really helpful that for whatever reason I've never come across. So try to clean up the last little hump that's about right here. I don't know if you guys can see that. Probably not. I don't want to blow it out too bad without light. That should be good. So we're pretty good all the way down. Just got a little lump I need to work right there. And then we'll have to do some sanding. Lower the tool rest just a little bit. Okay, that feels good. That's the first thing a wood turner will do when they pick up your piece. I was watching Pat Carroll the other day, and that's what he mentioned. They'll pick it up and they'll feel it this way, and then they'll feel the rim, and then they'll decide if they want to go on critiquing your piece or not. But yeah, coming along good. Let me get off a little teardrop scraper too. Just for fun. Don't have too much tear out, but I can see a little bit of, there's a little bit of a ripple kind of right in there, or a little inlet that I'm going to see if I can work out with this. It's a tough spot to get into around that corner with any of the bowl gouges I have, or I'm just not good enough to do it. Feeling good. A little bit more. I might have to move you just a bit. I'm going to rotate my cutter a little bit to another spot that's got a little bit different curve on it. Not bad, almost there. So, right there. And right there. Okay. I think that'll just about do it. Maybe. Hold on. Hold that thought. Let's reposition. I can feel just another one. I'm kind of a perfectionist. And that's another reason why I love this little teardrop scraper. Makes it easy to just finesse out those lumps and bumps. For those of us that don't have the tool skill, make up for it with little gadgets. A little bit too much overhang there. I think that'll just about do it. Just take a pass from the bottom along this way if I can get it in there. Yep, that'll do. Oh yeah. Just got to work a little one out. It's kind of how it goes. You find one hump, you work it out, and then it just sort of spreads until you can get it all nice and even. It bumps up right about there. So we're getting there. That's good. Just a tiny little one. Okay, we can call that good. Yeah, not too bad. Let me bust off the sandpaper. A little rough through there, so I might start it with some 150 again. Yeah, I think that's good. Let's pull out our bottom thickness gauge just for fun and see if I took away much more off of there. We'll use my 3/4. Ooh, just under 3/4 of an inch, so not bad. Let's get it sanded up. Got it. Remember to soften those edges. Don't want to get my finger too close because we're sanding that hole. That could hurt. So we want to take some caution. Not bad, not bad. Pull a fresh 180 for this. Got that sponge behind there protecting my fingers. And that way, I'm not going to get something caught in that hole. I'm going to have to come back and do some touch-up, obviously sanding around the opening of the hole. But The more I can get done now, the better. Cool. All right. Okay, it's looking good. All right, 600. Looking good. Let me blow some of the sawdust out. And I'll get a finish on there. Hey, looking good. Yeah, mighty nice. Good looking piece of mesquite. It's always one of my favorites. All right. So I suppose the next step would be to, I don't know if I want to finish the bottom or if I want to carve into it first. I think maybe it might be easier to get it all finished up. We'll flip it around, get the bottom taken care of, and then I can hold it in my lap a lot easier without all that tenon. Then once it gets the little yarn slot, I don't have to worry about coming back on. Let me take a break real quick. Crack open that second bubbly and see what everybody's up to. It gets bright, doesn't it? All shiny. I only got one light back there too, blowing everything out. Definitely had a few mesquite shavings in the last one. Not gonna lie, should have covered it up. Number 2, I'm going with strawberry. Solid pick, I would say. One of my favorites that bubbly offers. So let's see. Ooh, Ox in the shop. How you doing, Drew? Thanks for stopping by. Yes, we're turning a yarn bowl. I like this formula. Skill plus experience plus gadgets equals success. John said, about time to switch to the 80 grit gouge, losing the yeah. Luckily, it was only the 150 grit bowl gouge. What was Patrick wanted to know, am I going to do the cut where the crack is? That's exactly what I was thinking. It was right along the crack. And then the crack doesn't go too deep, like too far down the wall, so I can kind of follow it and then curve back up. Give it a little, little curly cue that it needs to be considered a yarn bowl. Oh, Sterling, I love you too, buddy. Thank you. I have also never seen a bad-looking piece of mesquite, Billy. I got to admit that. The best mesquite that I've ever seen is when it's fresh cut. Slice it, falls over, and then just the colors in it are absolutely crazy. But they fade so quick, and there's no way to keep them in there. I'm talking like purples and just the most beautiful colors. They get out of there quick. But even so, after you lose those, it's still a good looking wood. One of my favorites. So let's say we flip this thing around. I'll finish the bottom of it using my vacuum chuck, another gadget. Let me switch cameras. Billy's favorite mesquite is the stuff that turns red. That's good stuff too. Yeah, this is like that brownish color, almost like a walnut color to it. And let's see. Thank you very much, Gary. I'm happy with how it's coming out. Fat fingers. Me too. No worries. I knew what you were saying. Yeah, it totally looks all blown out on the outside. All I've got is got this one light, and it's a little ways back, lighting us up. Let's see. I'm gonna turn this around, or take this off rather, because I need to get my vacuum chuck rod threaded through. Pardon the arm, I just don't want to lose this. So I'm putting the rod for my vacuum chuck through. Snug that down. Thread that piece on. Cool. Get my tailstock up. I already marked the bottom of the tenon with my, with the live center. So I'll be able to take it out of the chuck, and I've got a point to reference from. Get that out of the way. Okay, that looks good. Let me turn on the vacuum pump, see if I can draw a vacuum, make sure everything's all sealed. Yep, we're good. Back it up. Okay. I'll leave the tailstock in place as long as I can, just because it's a lot safer that way. I'm going to, bear with me real quick, I'm going to raise the legs on my tripod so I can get a little bit better view for you of what I'm doing here. Kind of a top down. There. That should be good there. I'll be working mainly right on this side. Taking away that tenon. That look good? Everybody see it all right? Yes? Good. On we go. We don't want to run it too fast. Got about 430. Got a little. Let me see if I can center it just a touch better. It's not bad now, but I could get it. Just that'll do. Trying to keep the pressure inward so it's not, you know, trying to pry the bowl out anywhere. Okay, should be good there. Work it up. Okay. Moment of truth. I'm going to pull it away, clean up the middle, and then we'll check and make sure we're nice and flat across the bottom. And back you up just a little. There we go. No rush. Taking it easy on these cuts. No reason to ruin the whole thing right now. Okay. Got a little bit of a undercut to it. Make sure it's flat across, or yeah. So the only place it's going to be touching is the outside rim of the bowl. Cool. That looks good. Let me drag my little teardrop scraper across the bottom of it. Put a couple detail lines, and then we'll sand it up real quick. Reposition this. Okay. Kind of a larger bowl, so I'm going to use my bigger beading tool. Space the lines out a little more. Yeah, 2 will be good. Oh, always, right? Right at the bottom. It's all right. I don't think it did too much. Let's check it out. Nah, nothing we can't drag off of there. Okay. Got ourselves a little detail bead. Fudge that catch a little bit more. Blend this one in. There we go. Yeah, that got it. Cool. Let me get some sandpaper in there. I'll be able to turn this vacuum pump off. Ooh, there went that one. Didn't have a dip on it. Cool. There we go. Just a little detail at the bottom to show that we considered that part of the bowl just as much as we considered everything else. This will take a couple more coats of this walnut oil over the next couple of days. But yeah, I'm happy with how that bottom came out. Got it. Got some nice weight to it. Good. Got a nice form. Nice yarn bowly form. Kind of comes over the top. A little undercut to help kind of keep the ball yarn in there. Let's see. I don't have a spot where I can set it. See if it's, yeah, it's nice and stable. There we go. Yeah, I think it turned out pretty good. Now I'll just have to, from that little nick there, we'll follow the crack. Oop, back somewhere up around there. I dropped my lid for my Mahoney's. We jump back over to the other camera here. Get out in the chat, see what everybody's doing. A little bit, yeah, we had a little bit of a wobble, but it wasn't too bad. Nothing that affected it too much. Look at that. It's a nice big base. So this thing is going to be really stable wherever it sits. Still, even with that big base, we're able to get a pretty good shape on it too. So, yeah, not bad. Hey, Chad from Mancrafting's out there. How you doing, Chad? Thanks for joining in. Krista thinks it's beautiful. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I'm happy with how it's coming out. Jay Wooden Things AU. Is that Australia? He loves the grain. Thank you. But, yeah, we got 18 people watching right now. I really appreciate that. Wish I had more stuff to do, but that was about it. I think I'll probably do the carving off camera. It's still going to take a little while. I got to mark out the path and, figure out exactly where it's going to go. And plus, it's just going to be loud, sitting there dusty. You probably won't be able to see much anyways. So I think we may call it here. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining in. I hope you enjoyed the show. If you are interested in helping me out a little bit with the old sandpaper fund, as you can see, we're getting a little low. Please consider a super chat, or I got PayPal, Venmo, or Cash App, a couple links down there in the bottom. You can throw me a couple bucks that way. If you'd like to help out for free, I have an Amazon affiliate link. You can click on that and make your regular Amazon purchases, and a couple of bucks will go to me out of that, and it won't cost you anything. Also, if you're in the market for some glue, Starbond CA glue, they make a great product. I teamed up with them, so I've got an affiliate link for them down below in the description. If you click that link and use the code Braxton at checkout, you'll get 10% off of your order, and I'll get 10%. And so they'll get a sale. It's a win-win-win. So please consider one of those things. And thank you very much for watching. Hopefully get in here in the next few more days. This week was a little crazy. We got busy doing all kinds of stuff. I would have liked to do maybe 2 live shows, but just barely got to squeak one in. Yeah, thank you again, though, for everybody who's watching. I've been really enjoying these. Hope everybody out there is having a good time watching them as well. Until next time, I'm going to take off. Thank you very much for watching, and we will see you. There he goes.